So, what?
Hello.
Hello.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Don't.
Hello. This is Jess and that's Fadin and we are here to talk movies. So, இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போற படம். What? Why are you laughing?
எனக்கு அந்த படத்தை நடத்துறேன்.
Okay. இன்னைக்கு நாம பார்க்க போற படம் LIK.
Oh my god.
Love Insurance Company. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So, to start with, why did you want to watch that movie?
Because she asked me to. I
Yes,
swear to God, like I wouldn't have watched that movie if it was just me looking for movies. She asked me to.
I was waiting for that movie to come in Prime. I was waiting to watch it.
Was it Prime or was it
yeah.
Netflix?
It was Prime. Yeah, so I was waiting to watch it. I was very excited and we did. So how did you like that movie?
Okay, just to make it, just to keep it a bit community guidelines and stuff, and to not make any potential fans of the movie feel bad. Let's start a bit tame and down low. Let's start with talking about the positives of the movie, or at least trying to. Before we jump into the depths of actually discussing the movie. So yeah, start with the positives. What did you like about the movie?
I like the concept of the movie. Okay, that's a very generic answer னு நீங்க சொல்லுவீங்க.
No, I agree.
எனக்கு வந்து I like the concept because including me, if I take my phone அப்படியே தான் இருப்பேன் and that's why I was able to relate பயங்கரமா to that movie.
Is that the, I mean, debatable. I was going to ask, is that the concept of the movie? But
kind of half of it or quarter of it. Yeah. So அதனால because எனக்கு ரிலேட் பண்ண முடிஞ்சதுனால I like the concept more because how addicted are we to phones? Addiction might be a huge word. No, உடனே oh god. Okay, yeah.
What?
I mean, no. Addiction
What?
might be a huge word, but that's what is happening. Maybe the starting stage of it is what is happening, even to me.
Starting stage, really? I think we're more like in the middle phases. I mean, that's another philosophical debate. If you're into philosophical debates, come follow me on midnight.
Okay, yeah. He has his own midnight stuff.
Where we actually talk about deep, meaningful stuff and not...
Movies.
I mean, we do talk about movies, but we talk about better movies.
So hello. Okay. So, what?
Hello. Oh my god.
Hello.
Don't.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to say this in the beginning of the whole video because I wanted people to guess the movie by just that word. And I miss time, but it's okay. So yeah.
இதை கட் பண்ணி நம்ம ஸ்டார்டிங் போட்டுடலாம்.
Okay. Yeah, அதுதான் I like that as a concept of the movie. But அதை visualize பண்ண ஒழுங்கா பண்ணிருக்கலாமோ?
No, we decided to talk about the positives first.
So yeah, that. And then no, just that. நீங்க சொல்லுங்க.
What I liked about the movie? Okay. Okay. I'll tell you what I liked about the movie, right? So, if you ask me what the concept of the movie is, it's not just addiction to phones and all that. The concept of the movie here is how is a technocratic society based in what படத்துல 2040 something like that.
Yeah.
A futuristic technocratic society, how is it viewing human relationships? That is the concept of the movie. And எனக்கு வந்து அது ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருக்கு. ஏன்னா it's a very deep thought to be had, especially where we are right now, considering the rate of change of things all around us, like in the generational gaps ஆகட்டும், இந்த technological divide ஆகட்டும், அதெல்லாம் வந்து to be taken into a movie like this. What was I saying?
You were saying
what I like about the movie.
Yeah, the positives.
Okay, I'll be very honest. I when I read the gist of the movie, I wouldn't say this out loud, but subconsciously, secretly, I was actually waiting for this movie to come out, because it was loosely, the idea was, how would a futuristic technocratic society process human relationships? எப்படி ஒரு insurance algorithm is going to break down and assess a human relationship, and அந்த ஒரு ஐடியாவை எப்படி விக்னேஷ் சிவனோ பிரதீப் ரங்கநாதனோ வந்து they take it to the masses. ஏன்னா it is a conversation that needs to be had, considering the times we are living in, considering the way relationships and friendships now occur and form and evolve compared to like 10 or 15 years ago. There are so many ideas and philosophical thoughts that can be discussed and dissected, and அதை எப்படி ஒரு fun entertaining approachல கொண்டு வராங்கன்றது வந்து I was really interested to see. Positives. And watching the movie, ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட சீக்வென்ஸ் வந்து எனக்கு ரொம்ப பிடிச்சிருந்துச்சு. லைக் இந்த லீட் கேரக்டரோட எல்டர் சிஸ்டர் வந்து vlog பண்ணிருக்காங்க. அண்ட் தென் அவங்க vlog பண்ணிட்டே, ஸ்பாய்லர்ஸ் obviously, if you haven't watched this movie, you shouldn't be watching this. Vlog பண்ணிட்டே வந்து she's walking onto a road, not realizing it, and she gets hit by a vehicle. And the shot வந்து, you know, the way the vehicle throws her up into the air and she loses her phone, and the phone is like tumbling and twisting in the air before it lands. The way that whole sequence was visualized வந்து, it was pretty good. It was a shot in the movie that really highlighted Vignesh Shivan's cinematic vision. I mean, props to the cinematographer also. I really liked that sequence. And when I saw that shot, I for a second thought, oh shit, this movie is going to be nice. I thought, yeah, that's what I liked about the movie.
Nice. Okay. Then, yeah, I agree with what you said. நீங்க அந்த how human relations வந்து எப்படி how it's going to evolve or how it's going to change in the future அப்படின்னு சொன்னது was எனக்கும் தோணுச்சு. வேணா அதுதான் அதில் சொல்கிறான். ஸோ த ஹீரோயின், த லீட் வந்துட்டு she rejects him, she doesn't want to be with him anymore, even though she likes him and all.
Because the algorithm told her so.
Just because the app says. So that's
dark.
Yeah.
It's like they took a Black Mirror type concept and made it a comedy.
But I think people should know the seriousness of it to some extent. ஏன்னா அது ஓகே காமிக்கலாக சொல்கிறாங்க ஃபன்னாக எடுத்துக்கலாம்னாலும் that is what is actually happening.
Exactly.
And that's not healthy, I would say. So yeah. Okay, let's get into what they could have done better or let's get into
what
they could have done better.
What they could have done better. I'll tell you what they could have done better.
What
the
is
whole
not
movie
good.
could have been better. That's what they could have done better.
Well, I agree to it. Yes. ஏன்னா நான் எவ்வளோ எக்ஸைட்டடாக அந்த படம் பார்க்கறதுக்கு I was telling him, I searched எப்போ OTTல ரிலீஸ் அதான் and then I think it was May 8th ஃபர்ஸ்ட் போட்டிருந்தாங்க and then it's May 6th if I'm not wrong. So I was very excited. I was like, okay, பார்க்க போகிறோம் ரெடியா எல்லாமே அப்படின்னு அவ்வளோ ஆர்வமாக உட்காந்த எனக்கு ஒரு 15 minutesல வந்து I was asking him கண்டினியூ பண்ணுமா நான் because I don't know. I was like,
and mind you should take into consideration the fact that she's a massive Pradeep Ranganathan fan.
Not really, but
Would you disagree?
All his movies are fun to watch. So maybe it's
Would you
him.
disagree?
Yeah, I'm not a major fan ala.
But you're a fan.
No.
You're not a fan.
His movies are fun to
But
watch.
you're not a fan.
I'm not a fan.
But are you a fan?
No, I just like to watch his movies. I'm not a fan. Yeah, because his movies
She's
are
not
fun.
a fan, but she's a fan.
No. So, yeah. I'm not a fan. I like to watch his movies. Yeah.
She likes to watch his movies.
Dot. So, what were we saying? Yeah, how they could have done the movie better or என்ன பிடிக்கல about the movie. Like ஏன் எனக்கு என்ன புரியலன்னா most of the movies இப்போ நிறைய மூவி will talk but இதில் and in some other movies also ஒரு விஷயம் பேசுகிறோன்னா அதை ரெண்டு எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம்க்கு எடுத்து தான் பேசணுன்ட்டு இல்லை.
What do you mean?
What I am trying to say here is இப்போ வந்து பசுமை உலகம் சம்திங்னா அவன் சினிமா வச்சிருக்கானா and then there's another world which is அப்படியே upgraded and very techno oriented
the world
thing.
Basically
no
that's what the movie is conveying. The world is very out there and far out tech.
Yeah, அது சொல்றாங்க.
Everyone's into their phones and devices and then there's this little isolated
correct but
detox world or whatever.
இது 2014ன்றதுனால அவங்க அப்படி காமிச்சிருக்கலாம். பட் எனக்கு என்னன்னா there is ஏன் இப்போ நம்மலாம் இருக்கோம், we are in the middle stage, we have not gone there. So ரெண்டு எக்ஸ்ட்ரீம் தான் காட்டணுமா, நார்மலாக இருக்கிறத வச்சே காட்ட கூடாதான்றது மை பாயிண்ட். பட் 2014 போது இப்போ இருக்கிறது இன்னும் ஜாஸ்தியானதுனால அவன் அப்படி காட்டுறாங்க அப்படின்னு வச்சுக்கலாம்.
I mean, I don't entirely disagree with you, but I do disagree with you to a certain extent. The reason why the movie did what it did is because sometimes to make a point, you have to exaggerate it.
Yeah.
Especially in the art forms. Like, you take plays, like stage plays, you take Bharatanatyam, you take poetry, you take paintings. Certain Victorian era paintings la if you see emotions being conveyed romba over the top ah irukum, but it was done for a reason. Adu translates to cinema also. Sometimes when you want to convey a point, you have to exaggerate it. Emotions, any kind of emotions edkonga, like anger, happiness, joy. Ipo நிறைய மூவிஸ்ல you would have seen something really good happens and the lead character is like jumping in the middle of the street.
Exactly.
And you're like, no one jumps in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
like not everyone. If you're walking down somewhere in the city and then some guy just randomly start jumping and we're like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah.
But when you do it right, Take Pursuit of Happiness, for example. Will Smith is just walking into the crowd and he's like clapping because he just landed his job. If someone was walking past me in a busy street and they were clapping, I'm like, what's wrong with this guy? But on the movie, on the shot, on the sequence, on the edathla, even though they overplayed that emotion just a little bit, just a little bit, it fits so beautifully in that shot. Adhe mari, take Terminator, for example. You can't go to the director of Terminator 1 year, James Cameron. You can't go to James Cameron and say, bro, killer robot la empty bro. It's fucking Terminator. So you have to exaggerate, there's a killer robot coming from the future and it's going to get to you. Upon that, it sets the premise of the movie. So the fact that did he exaggerate? Yes. The outside world is too technologically advanced. Everyone's living on their phone, and then there's this secret society in the forest that's living on plants and rainwater harvesting.
Oh my god.
The reason why he's using those two extremes is to convey a point. Fine, I agree with that, because I can think of at least a few other really good movies where they used two extremes to convey a point and it worked really well. Like Avatar, for example. One extreme is an alien civilization and the other extreme is a really evil human population. Appo we can't go and ask, oh, humans are evil. Why do we have to take two extremes? So it's not like all aliens are good.
I can't believe you're talking about Avatar. You're talking about...
It's a bad example. Let me edit panni eduthalam. Let me think of another example of a good movie where extremes were used really well.
One eternity later.
Okay. Avatar is a bad example. Yeah. I mean, not entirely. They are using two extremes. Aliens good, humans bad, and then there's this one human who's not bad and he's the lead actor. That's what's happening here. There is one character who's not completely into phones, but at the same time he's wondering why not, and then he's like the lead character. So there are movies, there are directors, filmmakers who have made it work. You can probably say the same about every Dark Mirror episode. They're all extremes.
Black Mirror.
Yeah. What did I say?
You said Dark Mirror.
Is it Dark Mirror?
No, it's Black Mirror. Oh, you said Dark Mirror.
Is it Dark Mirror? Oh shit. Black Mirror. Every Black Mirror episode is probably an exaggeration of some kind. There's this extreme and then there's this outlier character who's either having a really good time or a really bad time because of it. So, is that bad in this movie? Not really. It's not something that made the movie bad. What I'd say made the movie bad is how he handled those extremes. Like, the director decided he's going to use those extremes as plot points to move the story forward. But how did he use it? That's what made the movie bad. Continue. You were saying what the movie could have done better.
Yeah, so I found those extreme way of expressing things was a bit off.
When you say off, do you mean done too much or done badly?
Done too much.
Yeah.
I do understand. இப்போ நம்ம மாடரேட்டாக இருக்கோம், ஃப்யூச்சரில் இட்ஸ் கோயிங் டு பி வர்ஸ் அப்படின்றத அவங்க காட்டுறாங்க. ஸோ இட்ஸ் லைக் தேட். பட் ஓகே, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள், Malavika will be there, the heroine's mom.
Oh, okay.
அவங்கள அந்த பசுமை இடத்துக்கு அனுப்பும்போது
okay,
she'll say stuff like, oh, நிறைய சாப்பிடாத, டைம்க்கு தூங்காத, stuff like that. அதெல்லாம் it's very annoying to me. I was like, no, okay, see, emotional கூட பேச வேண்டாம், லாஜிக்கா பேசணும். I was going to say no mom would say that. சரி, அது emotional வெச்சுக்கலாம். லாஜிக்கலா பார்த்தா கூட it's too much. Nobody is going to, either you don't say anything. That's what I felt. You don't say anything. Sari, okay, just அப்படியே okay bye அப்படி முடிச்சிருக்கலாம். It's like இது பண்ணாத உடம்பு பார்த்துக்காத சாப்பிடாத. It's too much.
I 100% agree with like the reason why Vignesh even did it is obviously he was trying to make the sequence, that shot funny. It was his attempt at comedy, and it did not land. It just did not land. Not just this sequence. There are so many other bits and pieces in the movie where the crew and the director have tried to make it funny, but it just didn't land. Funny or trendy, trying to keep up with the times. Like even the name of the character, Vibe Vase,
is not vibing.
Jesus Christ, oh my God. I don't know what the full form is, Vaibhav Vasudevan or whatever, like Vibe Vase. That is the kind of shittery that just would not fly in real life. Like even if you're the coolest dude in college, let's say you're studying in the most fanciest, hip, up-to-date, fancy, trendy college, and you're the most coolest dude in that college, and you went to your friends and said, you know what guys, I'm going to be calling myself Vibe Vase from today. They would spit on your face, leave saying, this guy has lost it. We are not talking to this idiot anymore. I don't know who came up with the idea. You know what? I would bet it's Pradeep Ranganathan. He probably went to Vignesh and be like,
okay.
What? He probably went to Vignesh and like, sir, எனக்கு ஒரு ஐடியா இருக்கு சார். படத்துல என் கேரக்டர் பேர் வந்து வைப் வாசேன்னு வச்சுக்கலாம்.
Too much.
It was dog shit.
Okay. They tried to do something and it did not, like you said, it did not land very well. Okay, well, we shouldn't.
I'm probably being a bit of a Vignesh even here by exaggerating things, but it was just so bad. The things that they were doing, trying to seem funny. His name first did not work. It did not land. Like Vibe Vase had the same vibes as Kamal Hassan putting on a schooling class at the end of what that movie was. Thug Life, yeah. Like so much happened, and then they pan into his face, and then he puts on his shades, wearing a pink color shirt and a white color waist. He's standing in the middle of a rice field. I'm like, what? I legit laughed in the movie theater when that happened. And the Vibe Vase, same. It's equally stupid, right? And this sequence that Jas was talking about, the celebrity influencer mom is being admitted to the internet rehab, and when she's going in, she's so concerned about her daughter's social media presence that she's like, நல்லா தூங்காத, ஏன்னா நீ நல்லா தூங்கினா வியூவர்ஸ் போயிடுவாங்க. நல்லா சாப்பிடாத, ஏன்னா நீ சாப்பிட்ருந்தா குண்டாயிருவா, அப்புறம் வியூவர்ஸ் போயிடுவாங்க. மென்டல் ஹெல்த்தை பார்த்துக்காத, ஏன்னா அப்போ யூ won't be dramatic, அப்புறம் வியூவர்ஸ் போயிடுவாங்க.
And then when she was about to cry, she's like, இதே எமோஷன்ல ஒரு ரீல் போடு.
Yeah, like I understand, right? They are trying to do two things at the same time, which is trying to be funny, which it was not. And they're trying to land the point that, look, these people are, really addicted to the social media. It didn't have to be done so obviously and in your face, right? Because a good director treats his audience with a degree of respect, right? He should assume his audience are intelligent. So he doesn't have to spoon feed his audience the fact that, look, these people are addicted to social media. Look, these people are really
every scene.
In every single scene, right?
Yes.
Every single scene.
That's what
that particular shot could have just simply been, this person is addicted to social media, being taken to internet rehab, and to just convince audience and to land the point that this mom is so addicted to social media that she's not worried that she's going to stay away from her daughter for an X period of time. She's only worried her daughter's followers are going to go down. It could have just been a simple exchange. The daughter's coming to admit her mom in the rehab. Mom's turning back to say goodbye, and the daughter expects her mom to be emotional and say something like, don't miss me, I'll see you soon. But she just turns back and says, keep posting content on my channel so I don't lose subscribers. And then she leaves. And that's it.
Yeah.
That convinces that does what it's supposed to. It didn't have to be so cringe.
I think why he made it that way na, in the end, climax kitta, it'll be the opposite. She'll be like, yeah, ivlo yelachita. After 3 months in the rehab, in the jail, her mom changed. And then she's like, நீயே இவ்ளோ எலச்சிட்ட ஒழுங்கா சாப்பிடலையா கண்ணிக்கு இல்ல என்ன டார்க் சர்க்கிள்ஸ் அது
அதுவும் it could have been done better. Yeah, like if you think about it, like towards, I think between this scene and that scene, the girl is, doing a lot of things in social media in terms of getting viewers, subscribers, whatever. And I think she hits a 10 million mark or something. So when her mom's being let go from the rehab, there could have been a sequence where the heroine, the lead actress, is running to her mom to tell her, Mom, look, I made 10 million subscribers. And instead of her usual mom being like, you know what, amazing, I thought you would have done 20 million by now. Instead of saying something like that, she could have been like, just push that phone over and just caress her daughter and be like, you've become so thin, have you been eating properly? That convinces, that does its job. It didn't have to be all that. The whole
okay, I think let's chill down.
Yeah, you need to calm down. Yeah. We need to keep the
you're losing
vibes.
your vibe for the I was going to say. Okay, yeah, that scene எனக்கு வந்து I was like, do I have to watch this movie? I'm like, I'm going to watch this movie. அந்த மாதிரி ஆயிடுச்சு. And then Yogi Babu or a role in that movie. Well, endla he was going to help hero and hero's friends, fine, but adukku or per vechi see, how do I put this? I understand what the director
was trying to do.
Yeah, I understand what he's trying to do. He is trying to capture everything that's happening in the world at the moment and put it in a movie, which is not good. Yana he'll immediately say, oh, நான் வந்து இந்த பாய் பெஸ்டி டேர்ம் தான் வந்து அந்த it's the term. அததான் வந்து what is it, open friend then அந்த படத்துல யோகி's role was. I don't
know, man.
So அததான் அவங்க கன்வே பண்ண ட்ரை பண்றாங்க, fine, but I just felt like everything was too much. Everything was too much. 100% everything was too much. And other thing, like you said, trending aakanu solli, he introduced a lot of influences in the movie.
Oh my god, don't get me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say anything.
A lot of influences. See, I understand that
I don't understand that.
No,
I don't understand
those
that.
influencers some want to act, some were in that couple, I don't remember their name, I really like their jokes. There's a couple in the movie, right? So I love their reels. They make fun comedy reels. I love them. And then there was this girl, the sister, she was an influencer.
Who?
Deepika Venkatachalam, someone.
I don't know, I'm sorry, I don't keep up with influencers.
Her, and then that payan, sofa payan.
Oh, the sofa guy, yeah, the sofa guy, yeah.
And the payan. And then there was one more, I don't remember. So, idu madri just, I can, I can clearly see, or anyone can clearly see why they used those influences in the movie, because just to make the movie trending and talked about. So what was I saying?
The sofa guy,
the couple,
Divagar watermelon star.
Oh yeah, in the end.
Yeah.
And
there was at least 5 influences, and the nurse,
the doll
person, yeah. Like,
so
what's the point even? Like, if you have to lower your standards, I mean, I wouldn't call it lowering standards, they both have their place. Like, influencers have their place and proper cinema has its place. But if you're going to rely on the reach and the fame of these influencers, if you're going to have to rely on the audience that these influencers have reached to make sure they are able to communicate your movie to these guys, then you already lost the plot. You're not making movie cinema, you're making content. you're not in the same domain anymore. And the fact that even with all of these influences in there, even after trying so hard to make the movie seem very upbeat and in touch with the current youth and their fancies, it still didn't land. It just shows it was an attempt at someone who is very out of touch with regular life, trying to pretend that they are and fail miserably. And that kind of applies to the whole movie and why the whole thing didn't just land. It's not just the scenes where they were trying to be funny. It's not just the scenes where they were trying to convey a point too obviously. Nothing worked. They tried a lot, but nothing worked. But sorry, I'm going off on a rant. We were talking about what Jas thinks could have been done better.
Yeah, that's all. So, yeah, that the influences and I felt like the other side of the world that they were showing was too bright.
As in the
visuals.
Rehab or?
No,
the tech world, the fancy world.
It's all neon.
Oh shit, yes.
Neon, just neon is not tech or எனக்கு exact word தெரியல 100%. Okay, so and I don't know if I can talk about this here. We had something called futuristic or 2050 some project in college. Can I talk about it?
Why not?
Okay, so there was this project and we all had to imagine what's going to happen and do in the first year of my uni. And then I drew some random shit. I did random stuff. I was exploring, okay? I was mixing colors, I was painting, I was using all forms of paints and mixed media art, random stuff. I don't know if I can if I find a picture, I'll definitely add it here. And then at the time of the jury, they asked me, okay, explain about it. I wasn't prepared. I did random things there. I wasn't prepared. And then I was talking all sort of random stuff like I used only RGB colors. And then I said, in the future, there's not going to be enough colors. Only people will have RGB colors. That's why it's all RGB because I don't know why I used them. I just said that. And
I'm pretty sure Vignesh also has a similar explanation.
Yeah, and then the sky was not blue. The sky was something like pink or something. Then I said,
because of pollution.
Yeah, I just said random stuff in the jury, and then the
movie does that. The movie is random stuff.
they were looking at me, and it's like there's aliens and robots and UFOs flying. I did that in the sketch.
Yeah, the movie had those as well. I mean, it didn't have aliens, but it had everything else.
Immediately, when we say futuristic, our mind goes there. Maybe அது உண்மைன்றதுனால அது அப்படி ஆகுதா இல்ல நம்ம அப்படி நினைச்சுக்கிறோமான்னு எனக்கு தெரியல. Because இப்போ we are அவ்வளோ aware that உலகம் அப்படி போகுது, we shouldn't go that way. So will we still be doing that in the future? Wait, am I making sense?
I mean, you went off on a rant, but if you were to bring it back to the point, it's the visual elements of the movie in terms of convincing the narrative of, oh look, this is the future, just didn't land.
Yeah.
I mean, I disagree with some of those because some bits, props to Vignesh and the writers and the cinematographers, some bits really worked, to me at least, because there's a sequence where someone's delivering, I think, fruits from a street cart to a customer via drones. So that's, to me at least, bridging the gap between India's massive population and the big spread of socio-economic status structures and how the future is going to reach all of them. It was not, a picture of, oh look, everyone's living in fancy floating houses. It was a mixture of, look, people are still living in poverty, people are still existing in lower socioeconomic structures, but there's drones though. I mean, that's how it's probably.
What's okay, எனக்கு கரெக்டா வரல. சிவாஜில சொல்வாங்கல்ல, rich gets richer, poor gets poorer.
Exactly. In a way, he conveyed that pretty well. But the neons, 100%, I agree with that. Like, I don't know who, where, how, when that came into existence, but so many people make this creative assumption that futuristic neon.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
But yeah, what else do you think can be better?
I do agree with you. See, all the things that I'm saying here as negative, not all, but in the point especially, it's okay to some extent. ஏன்னா அப்படிதான் இருக்கும் maybe future. We don't know. So we are just predicting. So it's fine. எனக்கு உட்காரல அவ்வளோதான். Okay. So அதுக்கப்புறம் தலைவன் S.J. Suryah.
Oh shit, the only redeeming factor of this whole movie. Like, if S.J. Suryah was not in this movie, it would have been a pile of it would have been really bad. Just straight up bad. There would have been no redeeming features about this movie at all. Like, not even Anirudh's music. The only redeeming factors about this movie, S.J. Suryah, and to a certain extent, Anirudh's music. I wouldn't say it's Anirudh's best, but he did have some good pieces in there. S.J. Suryah.
Yeah, S.J. Suryah. I love him. You can now say,
what?
I'm a big fan of S.J. Suryah. I am a big fan of S.J. Suryah right from the movie New. Okay?
Oh my God.
You guys can judge me for it. I don't care, but I love him from New. Okay?
Disgusting.
Yeah, that movie. Wait, was it? Oh shit, no. Sorry, it's not New. Please, can you cut it? Can I do it again?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, please cut it. Okay. Oh my God, that's a disgusting movie. I didn't mean New. I was going to say Anbe Aruvire.
What is New?
Oh my God. New is the one where he becomes a kid, he'll get Simran pregnant, he'll be old and then he'll be young by morning, he'll be old in the evening.
I haven't seen that movie.
That's a disgusting movie. You don't watch it, okay?
That's why she likes S.J.
No,
Suryah.
okay. Please cut it. Please. No. Please. Okay? Please. Please. That's very bad. Please. Okay? I'm going to do it again. Seriya? Clap. So, S.J. Suryah. Man, please. Man, please. S.J. Suryah. I am a big fan of S.J. Suryah right from the movie Anbe Aruvire. You can judge me for it. I don't care because I love him from that movie. அந்த படம் பார்த்து நான் சிரிச்சு maybe it's not funny now or maybe
it's not.
It doesn't make sense to me now, but appo I used to watch, I mean not used to, I watched and then I laughed and I became an S.J. Suryah fan. And then he came back in that movie Spider as a villain. அவ்வளவுதான் நான் flat. I was like வாத்தலைவா திரும்பி வாத்தலைவா அப்படிதான் இருந்துச்சு. Okay?
I think I started liking S.J. Suryah after his what movie did he do with Selvaragavan?
நெஞ்சம்
மறப்பதில்லை.
Yeah, that was swear level.
Fucking A, that movie. Like, S.J. Suryah's performance in that movie, really good. I mean, unfortunately, as it is with all Selvaragavan movies, went under the radar quite a bit. But if you like, very strong performances, you need to check out S.J. Suryah's in that movie. But me personally, I became an S.J. Suryah fan after something that's incredibly silly.
What?
Mark Antony.
Oh my God.
I watched that movie like 4 times.
Levels where they become his fan. But
I mean, the same in that movie, right? That movie would have been a disaster if not for S.J. Suryah. Actually, he carried that movie.
He also made some changes in the movie when the director spoke to him. He did some changes.
yes, but Kompany. We're not talking about Mark Antony. We're talking about Kompany.
So, S.J. Suryah, I am a big fan. நான் சொல்லிட்டே இருப்பேன். When he said I am a big fan of Pradeep Ranganathan, I disagreed. But yes. So, from Anbe Aruvire, note that point. ஏன் நான் சொல்றேன்னா he's got a lot of fan following now after several movies when
SJ.
இப்போ and then மாநாடு he did மாநாடு சிம்புக்கும் சரி எஸ்ஜே சூர்யாவுக்கும் சரி அடிச்சு நவுத்திட்டாங்க ரெண்டு பேரும்
சிம்பு
so that's why what were we talking about? Sorry, I just got distracted.
Things that could have been better in the movie.
அதுல வந்து
got distracted by SJ Surya.
I got distracted by SJ Surya. Yes. So adula his performance was good, the way he talks, the way he walks, everything. What I didn't like was the dance.
SJ Surya's dance in the movie?
Yeah, the Anbeyarere song dance.
Oh yeah. They were trying to milk the nostalgia factor. Yeah.
Yes. Adu vandu again in recent movies I see that a lot.
That's become a trend again.
In the very beginning, I think ஏதோ ஒரு மூவில they started doing it. I loved it. It was like, oh yeah, செமையா இருந்துச்சுல அந்த டைம் இது மாதிரி அப்படின்னு. It was
I'm trying to think back and figure out who did it first.
Yeah,
was it Lokesh Kanagaraj?
I don't remember.
He copied it from someone else though again. Was it Nelson?
I don't know either. ஏன்னா ஏதோ ஒரு மூவில ஒரு சீனா ஸ்டார்ட் ஆனது. It's become I think there was one movie, அதுவும் I don't remember. The whole movie was about அப்போ நடந்தது எல்லாம் bringing back and then bringing back old actors. It's not working out anymore. I think people need to stop it.
It's overdone now.
Yeah.
Like you can't keep relying on nostalgia to make your movies work all the time.
Saturation point ஆயிடுச்சு. இப்போ ஓகே எங்கேயோ ஒரு இடத்துல ஒரு சீன் பார்க்குறோம் அண்ட் வி ஆர் ரிலேட்டிங் இட் டு அந்த காலத்தில் நடந்தது நைஸ் பட் இப்போ பிகாஸ் ஹி சாங் எஸ்ஜே சூர்யா ஏதோ ஒரு இன்டர்வியூவில் ஹி சாங் திஸ் சாங் அண்ட் தட் ஹி சாங் வெரி பேட் அண்ட் தென் தட் பிகேம் ட்ரெண்டிங் அது அவரே வர ஹி ஸ்போக் அபவுட் இட் நான் பாத்ரூமில் உட்காந்து பாடுற மாதிரிலாம் பண்ணுறாங்க அப்படின்ட்டு சச் அ க்யூட் ஸோ வாட் ஹீ இஸ் க்யூட் அது வந்து எனக்கு அது பிடிக்கல அவங்கள அவ்வளோ நல்லா காமிச்சிருக்காங்க இந்த ஹோல் மூவி ஹீ பிளேஸ் அ வெரி இம்பார்ட்டண்ட் நெகட்டிவ் ரோல் அண்ட் ஹீ இஸ் பர்ஃபெக்ட் ஃபார் நெகட்டிவ் ரோல்ஸ் எனி நெகட்டிவ் ரோல் ஹில் ஈட் ஓகே அப்படி பண்ணிவிட்டு அதையும் காமிக்கலாக காட்டுறோன்னு சொல்லி அந்த சாங் போட்டு அந்த ஸ்டெப் போட்டு அது வந்து just didn't work for me. I think it goes back to the point where we talk about influencers and trending stuff. அது எனக்கு பிடிக்கல சுத்தமா ஏன் அப்படி செய்தாங்க அப்படின்றது டக்குன்னு I was able to think about these points. You tell me further. I've been talking for so long now.
I mean in this sequence மட்டுமே I've probably gone into rants 10 times telling you guys how this movie has been absolute shit and how it's been a disaster from the second they set action. But
that's a bit too much.
It isn't. If you watch that movie, you will know there is no redeeming factor about that movie except SJ Surya. Like, this movie should not have been made. I mean, I wouldn't say that. That would be my answer to what could have been better about this movie. This movie should have been made by Nalan Kumarasamy, maybe. He's the one who made Soodhukavam.
Did he? I think so, yeah. Soodhukavam, Kadalum Kadandhu Pogum.
Who made Super Deluxe?
Adu Kumararaja.
Tyagaraja Kumararaja.
Yeah. Sorry.
Either Tyagaraja Kumararaja. I mean, if I'm slaughtering your names, I'm really sorry, but I have massive respect for you guys because your movies are top notch. Either Tyagaraja Kumararaja or Nalan Kumarasamy. If Vignesh Shivan, as part of his storyboarding and writers group, brought these guys in, they could have taken a concept like this and made it a very explorative, emotionally impactful, cinematic occasion, which would have just landed so much better than the movie currently did. And it's just a shame that this movie ended up being a flop at the box office because passions were high. Vignesh Shivan was very confident in this movie. Nayanthara put in so much money into this. Pradeep, obviously, he's been having a really successful run, and this movie comes in and brings it all down. A lot was riding on this movie, but it's just unfortunately from the ground up miscalculated and misexecuted every single step of the way. Amazing concept, amazing idea, poorly executed. That's what I'd say. So if you ask me what could have been better about this movie, everything could have been better about this movie, because they had a really good idea and then they buried it in the ground. So probably just a bit more of a more dedicated, authentic, cinematic storytelling effort would have worked, rather than being distracted by influencers, nostalgia factors, trying to seem trendy. Just stay with the narrative, focus on the impact of the emotional variables involved with this story, land it, take it home. Would have been amazing. Like, take 3 main tropes and just stick with that, rather than losing focus on multiple variables. That's what this movie needed.
Is that all?
I mean, I don't think I did. I dug into every possible negative aspect of this movie. It was just unfortunate with this movie. Can't defend it too much. I mean, if you're a PR fan, if you're a Vignesh Shivan fan, I'm sorry, this movie leaves absolutely nothing for you to defend them with. It was misfire completely. I don't know. If you were to rate this movie out of 10, what would you rate it?
3, 4.
4?
3, 4. 3.5.
I'd give it a 2. So if you average that score out, it's probably like what?
Did you see the post that Vignesh Shivan did with a huge caption saying he was expecting a lot of calls and appreciation for the movie, but then it's the other way? Did you see that?
No.
I saw that after I watched the movie.
I'm too detached from social media.
So,
Again,
appreciation for the creators.
Goes back to my point, right? This guy is so out of touch with real life and normal people. The taste of the audience. The fact that a movie like this was made, and then the director says, "I was expecting appreciations all around." It just shows he does not understand his audience.
Yeah. Because I can't believe he's the same one who took Nanu Raudithan.
Exactly. That is a classic.
Ippo kuda, anytime we watch it, even after so many years, we enjoy watching that movie. The jokes are not
cringe.
Yeah, the jokes are not cringe. It's
actually funny. You can actually have a nice time watching it.
Ippo pathalo, it's fun to watch that movie. அந்த மாதிரி படம் எடுத்துட்டு நான் இப்போ இருக்கிற பீப்புளுக்கு இப்போ இருக்கிற மாதிரி எடுக்கிறேன்னு சொல்லி எடுத்து பண்ணது was.
What other movies has he made? நானும் ரவுடி தான், காத்து வாக்குல 2 காதல், and then this. Is this his 3rd movie?
Wait, I think he's done some other movie as well. Yeah.
I can't remember. Like I'm not able to recall all his movies. But these 3 movies, if I had to rank, first நானும் ரவுடி தான், second காதலும் கடந்து போச்சு. Sorry. காத்து வாக்குல 2 காதல், and then this. Not his best. Unfortunate. Hopefully, the next movie he makes, he can, step his game up and actually go back to his Nanam Rowdy type storytelling. I don't know. Those are the only 3 that I remember.
Yeah, even I can't remember, or maybe it's just the 3. I don't know. Okay, yeah. So yeah. That's about it. Kompany. That's all.
Thank you for bearing with an hour of the Jazz show. It's been a pleasure being a part of this discussion. So yeah,